Yeah. Good morning, good afternoon to everyone. So this is GE3, Mathematics in the Modern World subject. And of course, we met last orientation, last December. But before that, Happy New Year to everyone. Sana lahat tayo ay safe and healthy this 2021. Okay. Siguro nagtataka kayo na I recorded this lesson. Yes, I'll be recording lessons so that everyone can watch and learn the lesson anytime and everywhere they can as soon as the internet connection is okay. Kasi kahit ako rin naman nakakaranas ng internet connection. And with that, I decided to record our lesson and uh, uh, record our lessons. Pero if there will pero case to case basis, okay? If there is more solutions that we need to discuss, talaga, so dun tayo mag-online class. But for the convenience of everyone, I will do a video recorded class. Okay, so for today's lesson, we will focus on we will continue the lessons in chapter 1, which is the nature of mathematics. Last time we discussed about patterns and numbers in technology, and today, counting review, and then we will proceed on the Fibonacci sequence and the golden ratio. So here is my presentation.
Okay, so here is my presentation. So we will discuss the nature of mathematics. We had a discussion about patterns and numbers in technology, and today we will we will talk about Fibonacci sequence and golden ratio. So sa mga hindi pa nakakilala sa akin or you didn't meet me on your first orientation, my name is Miss Joanna May Espanyalosa. So I'll be your MMW instructor. Yun nga, as what I've said, we discussed about patterns and numbers in technology. You had your first activity last time, and I asked you to draw the patterns that and discuss it. The patterns in technology, the patterns that you can see in nature, like sunflower, the snowflakes, the seashells, and your own pattern. Then your pattern that uh, na inyong gawa, and then you try to discuss it very well. But this time I didn't check all those papers kasi naghahanap pa ako ng uh, pen that I can use so that you can see my penmanship, and it's the tawag to madaling mag-check if I can check it using my penmanship. Okay, so we also had these examples about roads and house floorings. Okay? Mathematics can be used to model population growth. So, hindi lang siya in nature, hindi lang siya in technology, hindi lang kahit saan. Maging tayong tao, meron tayong mga patterns para tayo dumadami, and kung ilan ang nagiging pagdami natin every year. Kaya nga tayo, di ba, may mga census na lalaman nyo na dumaan na census or sa Philippine Statistics Authority or sa PSA. So, yun. And we can identify the growth of the population using, of course, exponential growth formula. Population means hindi lang Of course, tao. Pwedeng animals, pwedeng bacteria, viruses, COVID, parang ganon. And here is the formula. So, A is the equals to PE raised to RT. So, what does A mean? So, A is the population after it grows. So, pag lumaki na siya, eto na yon. Yung P naman, ito yung initial population. Okay? So, population after it grows. Okay? And then, the P is the initial population. E is constant, which is Euler constant number. And E is equals to 2.718 and so on. So, para itong katulad ng pi. Pero hindi siya pi. Okay? Alam natin na ang pi is 3.1416 and it can be used in uh, circumferences, 'di ba? Doon siya ginagamit. And E, for exponential, we will use the E, which is 2.1718. R is the rate. So, itong R, rate of growth yan. So, we all know that rate can be is always expressed into percent. But in solving, you need to change percent into decimal number. Okay, and T is the time of growth. Okay, so those are the meaning of these letters in the exponential growth formula. Let's take a look of this example. The exponential growth model describes the population of a city. So, city, halimbawa, Marikina City. In the Philippines, in thousands. So, kukunin natin, express into thousands. This is the formula. I mean, this is the general formula of that city. So, may 30 na. Ibig sabihin, initial is 30. And then, E raised to 2%, ang kanyang rate of growth times T. T after 1995. So, sinosolve natin yung pang 1995. This is only an example, So, what was the population of the city in 1995? And letter B, what will be? So, ano ang magiging populasyon? Kung ito yung initial, ano yung ng 1995, ano yung populasyon sa 2017? Okay? Okay, so here is the given. Take note that T is after 1995 and the formula is this. So, let's answer letter A. What was the population of the city in 1995? Take note that this given is after 1995. So, ibig sabihin, ang time natin in this question is 0. So, hindi pa kasi tayo nagsa-start. Kaya, 0 pa siya. Okay, substituting it to the given, so A is equals to 30. Remember that E is 2.718, the Euler constant number. And then, raised to 0.02, that is the rate of the growth, times 0. Okay? So, write it down again. 30 times 2.718 because we need to follow the PEMDAS rule. So, dapat exponent muna ang mauna. Any number raised to 0, any number multiplied to 0 is 0. So, 0.02 times 0, 0. And then, 30. Then, exponent again, 2.718 raised to 0. Remember, in the laws of exponent, any number, kahit anong numero pa yan, kahit billions or trillions pa yan, basta naka-raise sa 0, the answer is always 1. So, this becomes 30 times 1. So, the answer is 30. So, the population after 1995, in the population of the city in 1995 is 30,000. Kasi kanina yun sa problem. The second question is, what will be the population in 2017? Okay? Ano ang possible population kung nag-start ka ng 1995 up to 2017? So, the first one, step, we need to identify the time. Ano nga ba ang time sa pagitan ng 2017 to 1995? So, you need to subtract it. 2017 minus 1995 is equals to, yes, this is 22 years. So, parang ang tanong, after 22 years, ano ang magiging population? Substitute it. So, A is equals 30 times 2.718. Parenthesis yan. Times, raised to 0.02 times 22. So, this becomes 30 times 2.718. So, 0.02 times 22. Kaya madali lang yan. This is 0.44. Right? And then, you can write it in the calculator. If you have scientific calculator, pwede siyang diretso. Or if you do not have, exponent muna, 2.1718 times 0.44, raised to 0.44, then times, multiply it to 30. So, let's try it in the calculator. So, the answer is 46.58. Or maybe around 46,580 something. So, that is the answer. Next. Okay, our next topic is about sequence. So, hindi to sequence na beads. When we say sequence, it's or is an ordered list of numbers. Sometimes it's not numbers, it's letters or basta terms. They call it terms that may have repeated values. The arrangement of these terms is set by a definite rule. So, tingin ko alam niyo na to. Basta ang sequence is ordered list of numbers or terms. Pwedeng may repetition of values or not. Basta, ang arrangement niya or ang series niya is set by a specific rule. Depende sa given. Okay? So, let's take a look of this example. 13579. What do you think is the next number? What do you think is the next number? So, let's focus on these numbers. 13579. As you can see, these numbers has one kind. Iisa lang sila. Sila ay mga odd numbers. Okay? Siyempre, yung kabila, yung isa is even numbers, which are 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, and so on. Lahat ang divisible by 2. So, it means, if we have the 9, the last number is 9, the next odd number will be 11. So, the pattern or the rule in this sequence is the consecutive odd numbers. So, that is an example of a sequence. Next, 1, 4, 9, 16, 25. Ito, medyo mahirap-hirap. Ano kaya ang pattern? Ano kaya ang rule? Okay? So, kung hindi nyo makita, let's try to focus on the first two numbers. On the first three numbers. Paano na kaya naging 4? Tapos naging 9 from 1. So, let's take a look. If we will subtract 4 to 1, so 4 minus 1 is 3. Diba? Then, 9 minus 4 is 5. O, pwede. Then, tingnan natin ang mga susunod na numero. 16 minus 9 is 7. 25 subtracted to 16 is 9. As you can see, all the differences between the previous term to the present term Yung naunang term minus yung term, lahat sila mga odd numbers. So, ibig sabihin, if this is 9, dapat ang susunod na difference ay 11. Ano ang numero na pag sinubtract mo sa 25, 11 ang sagot? Siyempre, baliktarin mo. 25 plus 11 is 36. So, the next term in the sequence 1, 4, 9, 16, 25 is 36. Sa una, mahirap siyang tignan. Pero, if you will focus on these numbers, makikita nyo na may pattern siya. Eto, medyo madali. Makikita nyo agad. 'Di ba? So, 1, 10, hundreds, thousands. Of course, the next number will be 10,000. O, sa mga hindi nakakita ng pattern, why 10,000? 10,000 because these are all multiplied or multiples of 10. Lahat siya, i-multiply mo sa 10. So, 1 times 10 is 10. 10 times 10 is 100. 100 times 10 is 1,000. 1,000 times 10 is 10,000. Or, this is also place values. Diba? Sa ating whole numbers. Ones, tens, hundreds, thousands, 10,000s, and so on. So, that is the rule in this sequence. Ito naman. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 5, and 8. What do you think is the next term? Medyo mahirap siyang makita kasi nagdoble yung 1, pero while hindi na nagdoble yung 2, 3, 5, 8, and so on. But here is the rule in this sequence. So, 0 is the initial term. So, 0 plus 1 is 1. Diba? So, if you will add the first and the second term, the answer is the next term or the third term. So, 1 plus 1 is 2. 1 plus 2 is 3. 2 plus 3 is 5. 3 plus 5, 8. 5 plus 8 is the next term, which is 13. Okay. 13 is the answer. Ano ang rule? Again, if you will add the two consecutive terms, you will get the next term. Pag inad mo yung dalawang magkatabing term, siya yung susunod na term. So, ibig sabihin, para makuha mo yung 13, add the last two terms, which is 5 and 8. So, that answer is 13. Okay. And that term is what we call Fibonacci sequence. It's a special term. And this is discovered and made by Leonardo Pisano Bigolio. So, Leonardo of Pisa, we sometimes call him Leonardo of Pisa, from the word Pisano, and Fibonacci, which means sons of Bonacci. So, that is the Fibonacci sequence. And this is the series of that sequence. 0, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 13, 21, 34, and so on. So, hindi siya natatapos. As long as the rule is, you need to get the sum of the two terms to get the next term. Okay? To visualize or illustrate the term, ito yung nakita nyo sa video last time. Sa YouTube video last time. Yung natures of numbers. So, bakit parang spiral ang lalabas, ma'am? Kasi parang, pag kinuha mo yung inner, I'm sorry. Pag kinuha mo tong inner part, ito, magiging sum niya yung malaking square or rectangle. So, pag kinuha mo tong dalawa, magiging ito. Pag 8 plus 13, ito siya. 21, 13 plus 31 is 34. And so on. So, magko-continue siya na parang paganyan. Okay? Let's have this example. What are the terms? Paano nyo aalamin ang pagkatapos ng 34? Ano ang susunod na term after 34? So, here is the first sequence. N is the term, and then x sub n is the value of the term. Okay. So, yun siya. So, kung 0 ang term, of course, the x sub n will be 0. Diba? So, the first term is 1. Sa ibang libro kasi hindi na ini-include yung 0. So, 0 is the initial term. Parang ganon. And then, second term is 1. So, ito yun, di ba? The third term is 2. The fourth value of the term is 3. Ito yan. The fifth value is 5. The sixth value is 8. Then, continue siya. Yan. It's 34. Then, what will be the 10th term? So, 21 plus 34 is 56. What will be the 11th term? So, 34 plus 56 is 90. 90, diba? Then the 12th term, then the 3rd term, and so on. Ano kaya yung 12th term? Ano kaya yung 13, 14, 15? Ano kaya yung 100th term? Okay? Para malaman natin yan, we will use this rule. So, this is the formula. X sub n minus 1 plus x sub n minus 2 is equals to x sub n. Where x sub n is the term number, x n minus sub n minus 1 is the previous number, and then the term before that is x sub n minus 2. Okay? Let's try to answer letter A. Madali lang letter A kasi nakuha na natin using the table. The 8th term is, ito yung 8th term, is 21. Okay? How about if you need to get the sum of the 7th term and the 6th term? So, x sub 6 plus x sub 7 is x sub 8. Let's try to prove it. X sub 6 is 8. Plus x sub 7 is 13. So, 8 plus 13 is 21. So, this is x sub 8. Diba? How about x sub 9? Let's try to use the formula. So, x sub 9 is equals to, so, x sub 9. X sub 9 minus 1 plus x sub 9 minus 2. So, subtract. So, it will be x sub 8 plus x sub 7. So, x sub 8 is, gawin natin. X sub 8 is 21 plus x sub 7 is 13. The answer is 34, which is here. So, you can use the table to identify the terms of the Fibonacci sequence, or you can use this rule. Okay? Depende sa hinihinging solution. Now, if you need to calculate the Fibonacci sequence, yung lalo na yung mga malalaking term, yung 100th term, 20th term, 200th term, 1000th term na Fibonacci sequence, of course, you need to use another formula using the golden ratio. Ano ba yung golden ratio? It's a special number approximately to 1.618033. So, kapag kinuha mo kasi yung quotient and differences ng mga numero ng sequence, approximately, ang sagot ay lumalapit sa 1.618033. So, this is another constant number. Let's try to recall it again. Alam natin yung pi. This is pi, ganyan. P ay ang nun, ang basa. 3.1416 yan, and so on. Kanina meron tayong E, which is Euler. Euler ang basa dyan. Yun ay 2.718, and so on. Ngayon, meron ulit tayong pi. Pero pi na ganito. Parang Y na This is spelled as P-H-I. Ayan. Pero parang pi din basahin. This is approximately to 1.618033. So, ayan. So, those are the constant numbers. Let's try this example. Find the Fibonacci numbers if the terms numbers are 17 and 21. Of course, you need to use a calculator kasi meron siyang fraction. Let's substitute first. If n is 17, so x sub 17 is equals to, yan. So, the pi, which is 1.618033, raised to 17 minus 1 minus the pi again, raised to 17. So, yung isa may 1 minus. All over square root of 5. If you are using scientific calculator, this is the how you encode it. So, i-encode nyo siya kung paano nyo siya sinulat. Okay? So, I'm trying to use a scientific calculator, and the answer is 1,596.90. Wala ang square root. 0.90. Okay, malayo na yung sulat ko. 0.98. This is a sequence. Nakita nyo naman na siya ay walang decimal number. So, round up to the nearest whole number. So, this becomes 1597. So, this is the 17th term of the Fibonacci sequence. Let's try the 20th term. If n is 20, so x sub 20 is equals to, again, 1.61833 raised to 20 minus 1 minus 1.618 raised to 20 square root of 5. Let's try ito ng calculator. Ito yan. Okay, and the answer is 6,764.92. Of course, again, this is a sequence whole number. So, let's layo ng sulat ko, no? Let's round up to Etong ano na to, etong symbol na to, parang ah, curve equal. Approximate yan. Kasi nag-round up ka eh. Okay? Approximate to 6,765. So, this is the answer. And that's the end of our lesson for today. If you are finding it so hard, you can check other tutorial videos. But of course, you need to have a calculator, a scientific calculator for us to para mas mabilis. Kasi pwede naman siyang isa-isahin. Pero you can download an scientific calculator app para isang pindutan lang siya. Okay? And that is the use of golden ratio, ha? Ginagamit natin ng golden ratio to calculate any Fibonacci numbers. Okay? So, I hope you learned a lot. Okay, I'm closing this presentation for.
Yan. I hope you learned a lot in this video. Sorry for the if this is limited examples, hindi kayo makapagtanong na more examples because this is a recorded video. But anyway, you can ask questions freely in our group chats, and I'll give you the time to study this video so that in our activity that will be posted I'll try to decide it muna that it will be posted in the Google Classroom. Madali nyo na siyang masasagutan. But of course, you need to use the calculator when you are answering that activity. The activity number 2. And meron lang siyang time frame. Sasabihin ko kung ano ang kanyang time na pwede nyo lang siyang sagutan. Okay? So, thank you very much for watching this. And you can watch it over and over again. And any questions you can ask it to our messenger, any clarifications to our group chats, and I hope that this will be good so that in our next lessons this is our routine. But if the lesson should kailangan ng discussions, of course we will be having a Google Meet online classes. Okay? So thank you very much. I hope you are all safe and healthy. Thank you and bye.